Hey guys, this is Clint and Jeff, and today we're checking out a shoe that, depending on your aesthetic, you'll either think is the coolest edit you've seen in a while or the most comical edit you've seen. Today we're checking out the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo. Here we go. Alright guys, first up, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right below, just in case you haven't yet. Or if you're really into sneaker reviews, don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram at ClintonJeff. It really means a lot to a smaller channel like mine. Now, as you saw on that B-roll, this is basically the regular Nike Blazer Low with a huge oversized swoosh on the side. It's a very Travis Scott kind of vibe, while the finishing details look very similar to Virgil's The 10 collab with Nike. But we all knew that Nike was definitely going to incorporate those design tweaks into more silhouettes eventually, right? The Nike Blazer Low Jumbo dropped on January 4th at a price of $85 in the US. These were actually announced way back in October 2021, along with the Blazer Mid Jumbo, which again was just a regular Nike Blazer Mid 77 with an oversized Nike swoosh. Just in case I wasn't apparent. Between the two, I feel like the lows look better with this edit, but then again, I am biased towards lows. Just cause I live in a really hot tropical weather country, and lows are just way more comfortable to wear around here. Both come in the usual blazer black and white colorway, or the popular orange swoosh colorway as well. And there's also a few more wild colorways coming along if you want to wait for those. Starting from the box, it's a regular Nike Blazer box, nothing new or different here. It's an orange box with the Nike branding and the size tag on the side. Opening up the box, you just have the shoes and that's it. No extra laces or anything here. Coming to the shoe itself and starting from the toe box, you'll see this smooth suede around the toe cap in this light beige-ish cream color. Above that, you'll see a smooth white leather panel, which is the same leather used on the rest of the upper as well. The quality of the leather here is just okay. I don't think we could really expect much at the price tag. So it's not the best, but it's pretty much what you'd expect on a Nike shoe at this price point. And then, joining the toe cap suede to this panel, you'll see this exposed black stitching, which gives out that Virgil off-white kind of vibe. Now, of course, Nike and other companies have been doing exposed stitching way before, but here, these edits seem like they're very purposely chosen to make the shoe look very inspired from that. Moving upwards, you'll see that white smooth leather panel that forms the eyelets and the lacing system. Weaving through those leather eyelets are these flat white laces that are in a very regular lacing system. The laces here are much wider than on your usual Blazer shoe. So it's interesting to see Nike bring in these thicker fat laces here, which definitely give it a much cooler vibe. Kind of similar to those Run DMC Adidas Superstars or what we saw on the Sakai's. But underneath the laces here is something very interesting. You'll see this unfinished looking tongue with a thick slab of exposed foam at the top and this white nylon mesh layer stitched on top and below it. There's also this bright neon yellow Volt lace stay here, which gives the shoe a bright pop of color. And at the top, you'll see this vintage looking Nike tongue tag with the Nike branding and the swoosh in that orange color. The tongue is a little bit longer, so it stands up when you're wearing this to give the shoe better proportions on feet. And then coming to the inside of the shoe, you'll see this pretty slim back with a very decent amount of padding around the collar, just like any regular Blazer Low, with this white fabric sock liner around the heel area. At the bottom, there's this glued down insole with the same white fabric as the sock liner and the Nike swoosh branding printed on towards the heel in black. Coming to the midfoot area, you'll see this oversized black Nike swoosh stitched on top of the smooth white leather upper. This huge Nike swoosh is pretty much the main reason why you're buying the shoe. On the medial side of the shoe, you'll see that the oversized swoosh kind of tucks into the eyelet panel. I'm not really sure why they did this, but I do think it helps with contrast to make the lateral side look more impactful. And then as you move towards the back of the shoe, you'll see a large beige-ish cream suede panel with this huge Nike text here above a black leather panel where the swoosh on both sides meet and are stitched together with this little bit of excess leather here, again to give this shoe that whole unfinished look. That whole upper sits on a sail or off-white colored rubber midsole, which has this additional layer covering the toe box to give this area added reinforcement. And these all have that usual Nike Blazer pattern on the midsole. That rubber midsole is it. There's no foam cushioning or anything else apart from the insole. So these feel very similar to a pair of Chuck Taylors, just in case you haven't tried on a pair of blazers before. So these have a very basic minimal level of comfort and almost no cushioning. So keep that in mind in case you're very used to Nike React or Adidas Boost cushioning. And then lastly, coming to the bottom of the shoe, you'll see that standard Nike Blazer outsole traction pattern done in this white rubber. And that's about it in terms of design. Like I said, it's very similar to just a regular pair of Blazer lows, with just a few impactful edits to give it that off-white vibe. Coming to fit and sizing, these do seem to fit true to size, or at least the same as a pair of Jordan 1 lows. I'm a size UK 11 and I went with a size UK 11 here, and they fit fine. The blazer is a little bit narrow, but I would still recommend going true to size here. Of course, the best way to know for sure is to head on over to a Nike store and try out a regular pair of Nike Blazer lows. These don't seem to be super limited, so you should be able to find a pair in your size to try out, or just try out a regular pair of Blazer lows. Moving on, in terms of comfort, like I said earlier, there's not really too much going on from a cushioning point of view here. This silhouette is from the 70s after all, so it's a really flat kind of feeling underfoot. The cushioning around the tongue and ankle collar is pretty good, but overall it's really nothing special, just a reliable pair of sturdy shoes. Alright guys, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo on feet. That was the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo. Honestly, I actually really like this shoe. In fact, it might be something I wear regularly. It's just a nice, stable, no-frill shoe that has been updated to look more on trend with Nike's collabs with Travis and Virgil. So it's got that vintage charm of the blazer, but it's been slightly edited around with tweaks that are really impactful. And all of this at just $85 means that this is a pretty solid pickup. Granted, yes, it's not the most comfortable, especially if you're used to newer cushioning tech. The leather isn't the best quality and the upper isn't as breathable as knit uppers that we see nowadays. But as an all-around shoe, since retro is so back in style nowadays, I actually think this is a must-cop GR, oversized swoosh and all. Definitely recommend it. Alright guys, so that's what I think about the Jumbo Nike Blazer lows. I actually think these are a way better option than the highs, but I'd love to know what you guys think about this edit to the blazer silhouette. Did Nike do a good job pulling inspiration from the Virgil and Travis collabs? Or do you think this just doesn't hit as hard? Let me know right in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to see more photos of the Jumbo Nike Blazer Low, you can head on over to my Instagram account and maybe give me a follow at ClintonJeff. And hey, if this video is helpful and you want to support the channel, don't forget to hit the like button right below and maybe subscribe in case you haven't yet, because that would be massively appreciated. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.